Hello, everybody, and welcome to Red2 Chatter, the show. I stopped myself. I caught myself. The show about everything Star Wars. You might be wondering, hey, you got video this time.
Yeah,
It's not the technical difficulties.
Our camera sucks. I'm gonna buy a new one.
Yeah,
we're assuming it's working right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I see the red dot, and I think it's working.
Well, there was a red dot last time, and
but the problem is it went to black screen, and then
just whatever. Just start the show down.
Anyway,
they don't need to know about our technical difficulties.
Yeah, they can if they want to. So today we don't have that much stuff to talk about, so I think this is gonna be a lot of extra chatter.
Yeah, we're filming this 2 days out from the release of The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We can talk about our excitement for that.
The world premiere has already happened, so that was Saturday.
So stay off the internet, except for watching our show because we won't spoil anything.
Yeah, we don't spoil anything.
We haven't seen anything, so we know nothing.
Because we're not jerks.
Our next episode, though, we will be spoiling stuff.
Yes,
so
our next episode will be the review.
Don't watch it.
Well, there'll be a non-spoiler review and then a spoiler review.
Yeah, it'll be two separate videos.
Yeah, two separate
videos. Okay, yeah, that's done.
What I think we should call it, the spoiler planet or something. Spoiler galaxy, where we actually talk about the spoilers and stuff. But we have a couple topics today, and then I got some legends that I want to talk about, and then we can just do whatever from there, whatever you guys want to talk about, So the first thing is that the new Star Wars trilogy won't make any reference to Knights of the Republic. Now,
we're talking about Rian Johnson's trilogy that he's been.
Now, I love the Knights of the Republic games, but I understand why he wants to go for something new. I would just like them to bring some of that back into canon. They don't have to make a movie out of it. Just make an announcement saying, hey, this stuff is back into canon. That's literally all you need to do. You don't need to make maybe make a new Knights of the Republic game. And that's all you really need to do to bring those back into canon, I think. You don't need to make a movie off of it, because the stories have already been told. There's no point in making a movie off of Revan when I could just go and play the first Knights of the Republic game, So...
Yeah. I understand Disney's side of this. I'm not a huge canon junkie, so to me it wasn't as big a deal. I did read some of the canon stuff, back before Disney took over Lucasfilm, and I did play Knights of the Old Republic some, and all those games. But I understand why Disney wants to be able to create their own things and not be handcuffed by what was already written by somebody else. So if Rian Johnson does a movie set at the same time as Knights of the Old Republic took place, but it's a completely different story with all new characters, maybe we get something even better than was already there from Knights of the Old Republic, the video game.
That's hard.
But we don't know that.
Yeah.
And that's just it. You don't know what somebody else can come up with without being handcuffed by what's been written in Legends.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
What is your take on it, Ryan?
Doesn't bother me any of that. It's not going to have anything to do with Knights of the Old Republic.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not beholden to any of that stuff from the past, so if they wanted to get rid of a lot of stuff, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I was just saying to Jay, though, it kind of does suck for people who have put hours and hours and hours into Legends before it was Legends. Reading and getting invested in all of the stories.
It's still good stories. It's just not canon anymore.
Right.
But it does kind of give you that a little bit of an empty feeling when you realize, oh, none of this happened.
Right. I get that too.
Yeah. So I completely understand why people are a little bit, disappointed about it. And then we got the Obi-Wan Kenobi spin-off production, start date revealed. So
Obi-Wan Kenobi film is set to start production in January of 2019.
Yep.
So that means probably a release date of 2020.
Yes.
And it could be a May release or a December release.
Yeah, you don't still know.
I'm
guessing they're
I
going to
would
start
guess
going
a
back
May
into the
release.
summer. Yeah. They're trying to get back into that summer.
Just because that's where Han Solo is.
Yeah. No, I'm actually really excited for Kenobi.
I'm excited
story.
for it, but it's like, can we not just rehash old?
Yeah. I want
characters?
this to be the last one, or the last one for a long time.
That they just rehash an old character.
Yeah. I want this to be.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like this to be the last one. Now
I don't need a Yoda movie next or something. Leave Yoda.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I like. Yoda
I don't mind
as a mystery.
characters. Let's say Cad Bane show up in a movie, but it's not his movie.
Yeah.
But he shows up in a movie set back, during the time of the Clone Wars or something. That's fine, or even other characters.
Also, he's not canonically dead, like he was going to be.
Right.
So, he's
right.
still
so
alive.
He could show up in a movie set even after Return of the Jedi, if there was one, or whatever. I just don't want any. I'd like to see him get away from doing the movies about characters we already know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I am excited for this.
Oh yeah, me too. Movie. And I'd love to see them get Ewan McGregor to play the part again, please.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because he was like the bright spot about the prequels.
Yeah, he does just an amazing job, and also Obi-Wan is quite possibly my favorite Star Wars character of all time. So getting to see like a whole movie based just solely around him is really cool. I'm glad that they went with Kenobi. Like, out of all the characters to choose, I think Kenobi's definitely one that you could expand a lot on.
Yeah.
Now, I'm still hoping for that Qui-Gon Jinn solo series. I want my Qui-Gon Jinn solo backstory series. I think that would be really cool. Getting to see him train with Count Dooku, because Count Dooku was his master.
Right.
And, getting to see...
I could see that in a... animated
yeah,
series.
that's what I was saying.
Animated series,
Animated series.
Yep, I could see that animated.
Before Phantom Menace and all that.
Right.
We get to see young, Kenobi being sassy as always. I don't know. It would be really cool to see. And then the next topic that we have, and actually the last topic, we only had 3. We only had 3 this week.
That's because we're looking at too much stuff.
I'm avoiding Facebook at almost all costs.
Try not to get spoiled.
Jay and I saw something that we regretted seeing.
Yeah, so just be careful out there. Of course, you'll probably see this on Thursday, and the movie will be out that day. So maybe you've already seen the movie by the time you see this.
Yes, probably. We got kind of a cool yet scary invention here. This is the First Order Stormtrooper robot
by UB Tech
Robotics. So you can pre-order it now. I don't know how much.
I think it's $299.
Okay.
I clicked on that pre-order now, and I'm thinking $299 is what it said.
Well, hold
What's
on.
it do? Just
it's
robotics stuff, grab stuff.
It's one thing. Like you can program it with an app and stuff, and make it
walk around and grab stuff.
Do stuff and scare your cats and dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it'd be good for.
So it goes, sentry patrolling. Order your stormtrooper to patrol the designated area to detect and respond to intruders.
I.e. your cat or dog.
Yep. Facial recognition. Create a database of up to 3 faces using the facial biometrics feature for customized interactions.
That would be cool. It's kind of getting scary.
It's getting a little bit Skynet up in here.
Right.
And connect your stormtrooper via secure Wi-Fi and start having fun via the free iOS and Android compatible app.
It just looks cool.
It does look pretty cool.
I think I could have fun with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
my dog Allie hates
things that
move that she knows shouldn't move.
Vacuum cleaners and stuff.
RC cars.
Oh, I remember her with RC cars.
The vacuum. If it makes noise and it moves and it's like it doesn't smell alive,
drives her crazy.
It's a demon.
It's evil.
So this thing would probably drive her right to her grave. She is 15 years old and a medium-sized dog, so it'd probably give her a heart attack. So I might have to wait to get one after she moves on. Yep.
Yeah.
To greener pastures.
All right. So that's it for.
But I am definitely looking. I'm looking into getting one.
Me too. Like that would actually be kind of cool. I would love scaring the 3 cats that we have here. Like, because I'm pretty sure my cat Cadence, who you've seen multiple times on this table.
I wonder if we could do facial recognition
on cats,
on an animal,
and dogs,
so that it like sees the cat and like says its name and stuff.
Or the red dog that you see sometimes walking around, Bella. She hates things that move by themselves too.
Not as bad as Allie, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, my dog hates them.
So, I got some legends for you guys. This is the Dark Trooper. So basically, the Dark Trooper it came in kind of like 3 phases. They only really have there's a good picture of them. So I'll just put the pictures up, around. But like. There's the diagram, but there's this one. So basically, they're like these.
And there goes the video.
Bye, video. So you'll be seeing the picture right in front of you right now. So you got like the kind of slimmer model. That's phase 1. Got like a little bit bulkier. That's phase 2. And then you got like the big model, which is phase 3. And basically, it comes from being kind of a cyborg type thing to a full-fledged droid. And it says, blast shield, cutting sword, power cables, frick skeletal frame, photoreceptors, and then so on and so forth. There's a good view of the Phase 1 trooper, and then there's a good view of the Phase 2.
Looks like a Space Marine from
Warhammer.
Yeah, it looks like Space Marines from Warhammer.
40,000 or whatever it is.
So basically, how these things work is they started out as like little projects that they were doing, and they actually made them in the same room that Darth Vader was made in, with like the cybernetic enhancements and stuff. And what they would do is they would take those clone troopers that had the, chips and stuff. Like, they'd take the veterans from those. So, like, say, Commander Cody. They would take him and then basically, like, mutilate their bodies with all these cybernetic enhancements and stuff to basically make, like, an ultimate soldier. And they were deployed on battlefields shortly before the Battle of Yavin. And they actually were sent in to do a kind of revenge mission against a TAC base, which is kind of a rebel base, and they like slaughtered all of them without losing a single Dark Trooper, basically. Basically, they're just these killing machines that are just extremely difficult to take down. Think the super battle droids from the Separatists, kind of like them, but like 10 times harder.
That's what they remind me of. Maybe more intelligent.
Yeah.
Like more AI.
Yeah. Better. And like, these 3 phases, of course, were used in different ways. So, you got this guy who kind of is like more of an assassin, quick on his feet, running through. You got this guy who's kind of your typical trooper. Those are the guys that you're going to have, just fighting the battles. And then you have the final guy who's kind of like the tank, who takes all the shots and dishes out them like 10 times harder. So that's basically the Dark Troopers. What do you guys think of them?
They're cool. I mean, they're definitely Star Wars. And I could see sort of the Death Troopers, sort of an homage to the Death Trooper. Like
Dark Trooper.
Yeah, that the Death Trooper was to the Dark Trooper.
Yeah. For
Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
My only problem is, like, if you're going to bring them in, it's got to be later. It can't be like, oh, these guys were there in the past. Well, what happened to them?
Yeah.
That's the hard part. If you like, because these were like, when was this supposed to be? Back in the
back in the Rebellion. Era.
So back in the Rebellion era, you can't have those because you would have seen them in A New Hope. You'd at least see 1 or 2.
I mean, that's the issue I sort of had with Rogue One with the Death Troopers.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
where
well,
were
were
they
they? Right.
in New Hope?
But then I also think about it. Well, every single movie, you've sort of seen a different iteration of a trooper. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you get Snow Trooper and
Sand Trooper.
and then you get the Biker
Biker
Scout.
Scout.
Yeah.
Some of it, like they were specific to
The areas that they worked
certain
in.
things. So
A lot
maybe
of times, there's the areas that they worked in.
right, maybe the Death
The
Trooper
conditions.
was just sort of a project of Krennic's. Like they were like his.
Yeah, which could make sense.
He just used them, and he was maybe the only one that used them.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe that's the same case for these guys. Maybe they were like only for the heavy duty.
Right, so
know,
maybe you never
missions.
saw them.
So
Maybe,
that's why you never saw them.
It just gets harder and harder if you keep adding more and more and more from back in the same time period as A New Hope. And it's
Yeah.
like, how come I didn't see any of this stuff in The New
I
Hope?
mean, I could see them like slogging around the depths of Coruscant, just taking out, people who
Yeah.
were against the Empire.
Yeah. I could see the death.
Then
Troopers
that's where they
being
live.
like
That's
that.
like
the only
in
place
the
they were.
depths of Coruscant. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only place they were used
Right.
or something.
Well, like, and they were also probably like guarding the freight ships like they were in Rebels. If you guys remember that one Death Trooper, she was like guarding the one ship that
Had the crystal in it.
had the crystal in it. So like, yeah, I'm sure they were probably sent to do like only the elite stuff.
When you
kind of
could've-
like how the squadron in Battlefront 2 kind of worked. They were only sent in on Endor after crap went down.
Right. Yeah. They were utilized. Yeah, there's special forces or special units, so they weren't deployed on every battlefield.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
used sparingly, and I could see them explaining all that pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just the more you do it, the more you do it.
Right.
It gets more and more
It
difficult.
gets muddy
Yeah.
after a while.
Yeah.
It can get muddy.
Well, it's
if you
just
bring
like-
too much stuff in.
Well, like, it's always like the droids, granted the Emperor said shut them down and destroy them all or whatever, but come on. There was millions of these things. You couldn't get them all, you wouldn't think, but maybe you could because
Well,
they
like
were all...
Mr. Bones.
They were all
Well, they're all hooked to
hooked to Central Core,
right.
so I guess you could probably get them to all come back.
Right. If you took out there's probably a few different command ships that were controlling different units of the battle droids. You took those out.
Well, it's like
They
the
should show
beginning of
pieces and parts of
Phantom.
them some
Oh,
of the
they-
other ones
yeah.
got blown up.
Right.
It's like the beginning of Phantom Menace when Anakin destroys or the end of Phantom Menace when Anakin destroys the command ship. All the droids
Shut down.
Right.
shut down. So I guess they could just do that. Just find
But there's still be guys that
central mainframe.
how many of them got destroyed? There's got to be pieces and parts of them all over the galaxy.
Oh yeah,
But-
that's where like Mr. Bones comes in and stuff like
I
that.
always fear that's going to happen though with some of the alien species too. That you're just keep introducing so many, but I mean you have to remember there's
It's a galaxy.
tons of planets. Out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But I
yeah,
mean,
look at our galaxy. How many?
I would love to
Planets
see
and stars are in our galaxy.
like you see a hammerhead guy in the cantina on Mos Eisley.
Ithorian, yeah.
I'd also like to see an Ithorian in the background at
On
Maz
Canto Bight
or at Maz Kanata's
yeah.
castle. Just something to link that. Okay, maybe,
Yeah, not all these new.
right.
We
not
need
every
some
single creature you see
It has
needs
to be brand new.
Because even the prequels understood that.
Yeah, so
Because
that-
you saw Ithorians in the prequels, and you saw, the Rhodians and stuff.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
that.
so that was one thing about Maz's castle is like they probably should have used a few of the older
Yes, just a
School-
couple. Sprinkle a couple.
sprinkle a
in
couple
there.
of
With some Rhodians and
aliens that you've
Ithorians
seen before.
Right.
and Chadrafons. Like, yeah, there's so many that you could have put in there.
Right. Twi'lek.
Twi'leks, freaking Togrutas.
Ugnaughts. I mean, there's tons
Yeah,
of different
right.
guys you can stick in there. Just all you like. I agree. That's one thing they probably should have done in the Force Awakens was sprinkle in a little bit of
New
Even
or old
on
stuff.
Jakku, they could have done it.
yeah. There could have been an
There
Ithorian
could have
guy
been
out there that was a
Jawas.
junker.
Right. Instead of
You never know.
instead of that little goofy guy with the big nose that looked like he belonged in Dark Crystal, with the basket
Yeah,
on his back,
his
they
back.
could have just used an Ugnaught.
Yeah.
there instead of creating a new creature that was just on screen behind, standing in line behind Rey.
Yeah.
Just to pull, the two...
The little threads, just to connect those little threads.
Because even, like, they very, very rarely showed a new species on Clone Wars. It was always kind of a race that you've seen before. You saw the Rhodians, you saw the Ithorians, you saw the goat guys. I think those guys were kind of new. You didn't see many of them, the goat guys, and who is this? Like that that guy.
Yak Face?
Yeah.
No,
not Yak Face. Yak Face seems to be like a one of a kind. Because you don't see other people of his race.
Or a Manaman.
A
Monomon.
You don't see that guy.
No.
Who is he?
He's kind of like a flat green and yellow looking, looks like a worm, almost tube worm, flatworm guy.
Yeah, like a flatworm, but he is upright and almost has cobra
How do you spell it?
I don't know. Anamanaman.
Anam. Oh wait, okay. So
Anna A-N-A.
A-N-A.
Mana. Man.
Mana.
A man.
A man.
I think that's how it is.
Oops.
Just that'll work.
That'll work. Just click it in there and see what it says. There, see if it gives you a picture. Put Star Wars.
Put on
Star Wars.
There you go.
There he is.
A man is what it is.
A man.
A man.
And he was in
Jabba's Palace.
When you see... he's standing in the archway when you see... when they unveil Han Solo and Carbonite.
Right, yep.
He's standing over there in the corner.
Huh. I never noticed him before.
He's just a weird look. That's the only one you ever see. You just see that one.
Yeah, and then you have Yak Face.
Yeah,
he's also in Jabba's Palace. But, I mean, they've done it all those movies. They did it in Jabba's Palace. They did it.
But yeah, you never.
But there was Rhodians in Jabba's Palace.
There were Ithorians.
Right.
There were Twi'leks in there.
Right.
There was even a Jawa. You could see a Jawa in the background.
There were Jawas there.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that there's different areas of the world,
of space
or whatever.
Right, and maybe these creatures hang out in that area of space and don't make it to other, systems. Who knows?
That they even made a freaking, what's it called to those guys? That's amazing. Like, action figures.
Action figures of Yak Face.
Yeah, Bib Fortuna is a Twi'lek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Twi'lek. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bib Fortuna is a male Twi'lek.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very interesting though that you have these characters whose races you see once, like an Animaniman or Yak Face, but you never see again.
Well, Kenner back then was so good at just picking those little things in the background and making toys out of them. Hasbro has a much harder time doing that for some reason.
I don't know why.
And then when they do, Constable Zulio, you don't even know where that guy shows up.
I didn't see him.
Is it the guy that's getting slayed?
Is he getting stabbed in the back?
Right. Is that him? They recently they just seem to be picking or not picking characters you actually saw. I don't know. It's weird.
No, nowadays it just seems,
the choices they make seem odd.
Just give me all the main characters and that's it. Nothing. And then if we do any of the other ones, we'll make them 2-packs or put them in a 6-pack. I like the single packs.
Yak Face actually has a name. Sailed Murray.
Yep.
Yeah, he's on the sail.
He's a Yakora. Yarkora. That's his race name. I've never heard of these guys.
Oh yeah, well you didn't go to that. Did you go to that panel at Salt Lake Comic-Con?
The one where they were talking about all the background. Yeah. I went to that one.
Yeah. I would like them to do one maybe they did one later in the week.
But the Jabba's Palace.
I
think they did.
We skipped that one.
We skipped it.
Because I
should have went to it.
I would have loved to learn more about an Animaniman and stuff.
Right.
There's a lot of different guys in there.
Oh yeah, tons.
See what race he is.
Of course, they were better in the original cut and not the
the extended stuff.
He is a Manin. There you go.
A Manin.
He's an Manin. Okay. I've actually looked at the Wikipedia of these guys before, actually, funnily enough. Because I look at the Wikipedia a lot for my own stories that I write, just to, see what I can get from them. And I didn't even realize that that was the same one.
Yeah. It's just a unique looking.
But then, you also have Rook, who's a Barabel, I think.
No, he's not.
No, what is he?
Well, he's...
No, sorry, Barabel was the other. There's like 3 lizard races. There's the Barabel, there's the Trandoshans, and there's whatever Rook is. And I forget what he is.
Yeah, he's from... I mean, they pulled that character from Legends.
True.
That character wasn't. And he just came with Thrawn because that's the same story he was in.
Yeah. You kidding me right now? Here, you guys talk about something. I'll be right back. Figure out a topic.
Well, I was going to ask a question. Like, okay.
All right, go for it.
So we'll just go with the prequels, the original, and then what we know of, this trilogy, which we don't know everything, so that one's a little harder to answer. Who's your favorite, like, major character in those 3? And who's your favorite, like, what's one of your favorite, like, one-off kind of just like Man?
Well, hold on.
So who's your favorite? Okay, so prequel.
Yep.
And then we have the original.
Yep.
And then we have the new stuff. Even though we don't
Force
know,
Awakens.
we've only got Force Awakens and what you've seen of
Rogue One.
No, what you've seen of the
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. Even though we
Okay.
haven't seen much.
Okay.
Who's your favorite major character in the prequels?
And then who's your favorite background character?
And your favorite background character. And then who's your favorite character in A New Hope? Or not A New Hope, but the original, and then the ones from today. And you can even go into, like, Rogue One. Who's your favorite major character? Who's your favorite minor character? Rogue One.
Okay. Well...
But don't go into the Clone Wars. So I can't use, like, Imbo.
Right, and I can't use Ahsoka.
Yeah. I was going to say...
just the movies.
We got confirmation from our sister. Rook is a Nogri. Nogri.
Is that what she's yelling at
Yeah,
before?
that was what she was yelling at me for.
She must have been able to hear us.
Yeah, but, let's see her. Okay, Jay, you go first with that question.
All right,
So start with prequels. We'll all do prequels.
Prequel era, favorite
major character.
Major character from the prequel era. I'm going to go Obi-Wan.
Alright.
I think he is my favorite. I think it was almost an Obi-Wan and Anakin trilogy. I mean, it was all about those, and a little bit Padme. Padme didn't get enough to do in the second 2 movies, so she probably would have been my favorite had she had more of an arc and more story. I think if they had developed her better, because I liked her in the first one.
Yeah.
And I liked where they were going. They just kind of gave up on her. So I'd say Obi-Wan.
Alright.
Side character? Well, it's not Jar Jar.
I mean, it could even just be like, one of the
There's
guys that
something
was
you
a pod
see.
race guys. You just saw him.
Right.
You just see him for a split second. It doesn't even have to be a major.
Right.
Like, what's her name? The bounty hunter girl.
Or a Sing.
Or a Sing.
See her for a split
Split
second.
second. Yeah.
She's a cool character. What I know of her now, she's a cool character.
Yeah.
Man. Just trying to rattle my brain. All right, you guys go ahead and do your
Okay,
main character.
My favorite, I would say Obi-Wan, Kenobi 2, but I'm going to go with someone different, and he was only in one of the movies, but he's still a major character. I'm going to say Darth Maul.
Okay.
Because I just loved his character. Even though he never said anything, really, his character was just cool.
Yeah.
And then when they brought him back, even though I said don't go into the Clone Wars, when they brought him back into the Clone Wars, the cartoon, he was friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, I'm going to go a little bit different, like Ryan said, and this is still a very major character, but I would say Qui-Gon Jinn. I really like Qui-Gon Jinn for what we got of him. Like, Liam Neeson, I just love.
Yeah, he did a great job as Qui-Gon.
Yeah, and he just seems like such an interesting character that has a lot more to him that I would love to see. I'm just looking right now at the background characters because I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what one character is.
What about minor character or just split second scene in
background character in
prequels?
prequels?
In the prequels.
Okay, I know mine, and it's
I
not
know.
necessarily
I know
a
mine.
character, but a race, and that's the Kaminoans.
Yeah.
Okay,
think
mine is also
they're just
a race.
cool.
Mine is also a race. It's you only see them for a split second, and then you never see them again, and it's kind of an Easter egg. But the ETs that you see in the council room, they're like, yeah, I love those guys.
A little nod to Steven Spielberg.
But if you were to ask me a named character, I'd probably go with Aura Singh.
Yeah, that's who I'd probably go with too, is Aura Singh, just because she was a cool character.
Or Jabba the Hutt's wife. I liked her. She's kind of cool.
Yeah, you just didn't. What's it called? Aura Singh was just like, you wanted more after you saw her. You're like, we're not gonna get more. Nope, nothing.
Right. Yeah, I like the Kaminoans.
Oh, yeah,
I
there
like
he
their
is.
look
There he is.
and the way they talked. Oh, Mr. Jedi.
Yeah.
Very like.
Yeah, he's just so like gentle
Uh-huh.
and very proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I like the
that guy.
Kaminoans.
Nice.
All right, on to the original trilogy.
Yeah, who's your
Yeah.
favorite character, major character in the original trilogy?
Favorite major. I'm gonna Luke Skywalker. From the first moment I saw it, like, A New Hope's my favorite movie, so that Luke Skywalker through the original trilogy is my favorite character.
Mine probably have to be Chewie.
Chewie.
I like Chewie.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's a really good character.
And I'm definitely a Han Solo guy. I like Han. I like Luke too. And I like Leia. Well, all 3 of them. But I'm gonna go with Han Solo. He's just kind of an arrogant guy.
Yeah.
Now this is one where you have a lot of choices here,
Ooh,
man. Minor
so many
characters.
choices. I'll go first. My favorite is Dice Ibagon. You only see him once in the freaking cantina scene, but he's like this weird
Like
trimmer.
What's
Like
really funny is a lot of people think that's that guy's hand, and he's like looking at his own hand. Wolfman's like looking at his own hand, but that's not what it is.
That is
No,
that's
another
a
character.
that he's
it's
looking
Dice
at.
Ibagon.
Yeah.
And he's actually, I think he's supposed to be like his pet. And so, because like he.
What's funny is they took out Wolfman and put in a different guy. It made no
Right.
sense. I hate that stupid digitally remastered garbage.
But he's just such an interesting design to him.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a tapeworm.
Yeah,
something, or
yeah.
some sort of.
With like multiple arms with like crab claws. He's such a cool, like, looking character.
He does have like the mouth of like the
Trimmers from
Trimmers.
Yeah, from
the
Trimmers.
Kevin Bacon movie.
Yeah. That's why, or like kind of a Demogorgon type look
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
So I really like him a lot.
My favorite guy is behind Jay, actually. One of my favorite freaking side characters. Garandon, the spy, the guy that goes that way. He points the stormtroopers which way to go to chase down Luke. And
Yeah, the spy.
Yep.
The Imperial
You
spy.
see him just for a split second. He's there.
Yep. He does have like a role though.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays a role.
Mm-hmm.
Man, for me,
They're so-
original. Oh boy, yeah. There's a lot. I mean, and this could change tomorrow. I could have a different.
Yeah, same
I
here,
can think of
like-
somebody else
because-
that I wasn't thinking of.
But I like. I just like the look of the Gamorrean guards. They were cool. A lot of the Jabba's palace stuff was really cool. But again, A New Hope is my favorite movie. So when you're in the cantina and they're flashing around and I just watched this movie like 2 days ago. They're flashing around. You see all the different characters. I'm gonna go with Hammerhead. Just.
Yeah.
He's just in there, just like grunting.
Yeah.
That design, like just the way he looks, just so different.
Hammerhead is one of my favorites too.
That was cool.
Probably
Ithorians.
one of my. Okay, I'm gonna go for second.
Going back for seconds.
Yeah, going back for seconds because I really like these characters and I've read the comic book. It was Legends comic book. It was Dark Horse, but it is such a good comic book, and I forget what the name is, but it's the twins. It's the twin,
the twin girls?
I love those two because of the comic books, because they're
Twin
very
sisters.
they're very interesting characters when you read the comics that they were in.
Now, going back to the prequels, like as far as a look of a character, the female Tusken Raiders.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
those
That
guys.
outfit is awesome.
Yes,
Those
the
guys are
costume,
cool.
so cool.
Yeah, we saw that down in the museum when we went to a show in the,
Yeah, at the art museum.
at an art
No, it's
museum.
the Natural History
Natural
Museum.
History Museum.
That-
Remember, they had that
Uh-huh.
costume in there. We went and
No,
saw all costumes of
That
Star
was
Wars.
the art museum. It wasn't the natural history one.
Yeah, you're right. It was
Yeah,
the
it was
art
the
museum.
museum.
Yeah, it was
They had a display of like the whole Star Wars like
Stuff, yeah.
costumes.
All
All the
the- yeah.
costumes.
Mm-hmm.
We went down there, and that one was one of the costumes. And that costume up close is really, really
Yeah.
cool.
It was
It
pretty
was-
cool because you got to like
It was cool.
have these phones that you like dialed in the numbers of the signs, and then you'd listen, and they'd actually like tell you the history of how
Or
those
how it
costumes came to be.
Yeah.
Right.
And like it was really cool. It was probably one of the coolest little exhibits that I ever went to.
All right, so moving on to
The new stuff.
the newest trilogy.
Well, let's just go to what's it called. Let's go to Rogue One real quick.
All right.
Favorite
Back
major
to Rogue
character
One.
there is definitely Jyn Erso. She's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That's my favorite person.
Favorite for mine is Bodhi.
Bodhi.
I like Bodhi a lot.
Favorite main character. Yeah, Jyn Erso.
You know, so
She
got two
it's
Jins
her
and a
mo-
Bodhi.
It's her movie.
Yeah.
Minor
Minor.
character. Two tubes.
Two tubes. Yep.
Two tubes.
Two tubes all the
Two
way.
tubes.
That
all the
character
way.
is so awesome.
So cool. He's just cool looking.
Yes, and he sounds great.
Yeah.
Like his sound, like
Yeah.
two tubes, totally
I
Yeah.
totally agree on that one.
Two tubes.
unanimous.
Yep.
Okay, now Force Awakens, and if you
No
want...
Chopper. You don't want to put Chopper in there. You know, see him for like a split
Split
second
second.
in the
But-
background.
Then you got Force Awakens, and I don't know... I mean, you can go into this new one, but all you see of the new one is the same characters you saw in Force Awakens. So.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
We
Ray.
haven't seen it yet, so...
yeah. I'm
Ray.
going Ray.
Ray.
I mean, she's slowly becoming my favorite character
Of all time?
of all the major films.
Yeah. Same
Ahsoka
here.
is still my favorite character of all time, but of all the major films. And maybe I'll go back to Luke once I actually hear him say something.
Yeah, see... Yeah, so Poe and Finn, and it's got to be Rey. I mean,
Yeah.
I
like
love
Poe-
Kylo too,
I like
So do
Poe
I.
a
I
lot.
like Kylo Ren.
I do like Poe a lot.
and you're Phasma.
Oh, of course.
Well, she's more of a what I would consider more of a minor.
Yeah,
character.
I guess.
Yeah.
She's not
Eh.
major.
At
Well,
least
she's
of
about
what
to
we
become
know-
major.
Of what we know from her now
No.
is just in the Force Awakens. I'd call her a minor character.
Yeah. I would say side character.
Yeah, side character.
Side character.
Yeah, not minor character, maybe.
For minor characters, like just background people that you don't see that much, it's probably those guys on. I like the guys on Jakku who kind of look like Jawas, but they're like droids or metal. They're made out of metal, and they
For the
have
ones
like
that tell her to get back to work.
yeah, they're like get back to work," and they all laugh at her and like walk by. Those guys always looked really cool to me.
I like the real big guy who's dragging the sled behind him. You just see him for a split second. Ray goes right by him.
Yeah.
And he's just... and he's out there doing the same
Yeah,
thing
he's
she's doing.
Trudging along.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's cool.
I like
like-
the. Also, I like the two pirates that Finn are trying to get.
Yes.
Yeah,
trying to
those
get on
guys
there.
are cool. I like the big giant guy that the girl's sitting with. That's like
Yeah.
tells the First Order where that they found the
yeah,
droid
yeah.
or whatever. Or
Yeah, he's
found-
like the giant
Han
guy. He's got
Solo.
the horns on his chin and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
that guy's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is cool.
Now, from the promotional art or the promotional photos that we've seen of Canto Bight, I really like the big dude that's like kind of like his head is like down here. You know, he kind of
Oh.
like looks like a turtle a
Yeah.
little bit. That guy was pretty cool looking.
Of course, the porgs.
Yeah. Now, here's a question that I have for you guys. Out of all the, like, any color you want, what lightsaber color?
Give me the classic blue,
Classic
light
blue?
blue, not the digitally
know what?
remastered darker blue. I want the old school light blue that was from the 70s.
The ice blue.
Yeah,
I'm going green.
Green?
green.
When Luke Skywalker lights up that green one for the first time,
that is
that
pretty
was
freaking sweet.
that green. It just pops. I like the green.
Yeah, yeah. I like the yellow that the temple guards have.
Yeah.
I really like that color. It's probably, I mean, in fact, this character of one of my Star Wars stories, that's the color lightsaber that she has. She has a yellow one because it's her mother's. And she was a temple guard. But yeah, I mean, I love the lightsaber colors, and I gotta admit, Legends is really interesting when it comes to lightsaber colors, because they actually have reasons as to why those lightsaber colors are the way they are, and why that specific crystal chose them. So, for example, yellow is kind of like a bit, basically yellow is supposed to represent, in Legends, when someone has gone to the dark side, but has come back to light. And that's basically what yellow is supposed to kind of represent. Same with orange. But orange is kind of like there's still some darkness dark, in you. I don't know. I really like that idea. And I gotta admit, the idea of the Sith making the crystal bleed is very interesting.
Yeah, corrupting the crystal.
Yeah.
To get the red color.
Because originally it was just synthetic crystals that they used to make their red lightsabers. Yeah. And I like white. I like the silver color that Ahsoka has with her.
Yeah.
With hers.
Yep.
That kind of symbolizes, gray.
Yeah, you're just
unaffiliated with.
Right, you're not
with Jedi
not
nor
Jedi
Sith.
Order. Yeah, or you're not a Sith, or not dark side.
Yeah.
All right, what else? Any other?
Yeah.
Well, talk about our anticipation for the Millennium.
Yeah.
Okay, we could do that.
We
Last
could.
Jedi, real quick.
We could. Like hopes to see.
No,
I'm
just our excitement, our
Excitement.
general I haven't been able to sleep the last 2 days. Type of excitement. All I think about at work is the Last Jedi excitement.
That's literally all.
That's all I get. That's all I've been getting questions about all week from at work. Is you going to Last Jedi?
That's all I've been getting to.
Of course I'm going.
You got your tickets?
We got
your
tickets? Yeah.
It's like
I got the tickets questioned by 10 different people in the last 5 days.
It's like, dude, I got
two
tickets.
sets of tickets for the same night.
Right.
And the funny thing is one of them is a little bit earlier
than
when it's supposed to be released.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute, you're going twice in one night? I'm like, yeah, I'm going at 8 p.m. and I'm going back at midnight.
Yep.
So they're like, how'd that work? Oh, well, somebody I know that my brother knows rented out the theater, so they are going to let us watch it at 8:30.
Yep.
So we're going to go in there and watch it at 8:30, and then boom, we're going to go over and watch it.
When we get out at about 11:15, we're going to get
midnight
back in line, where our mom's already holding our place.
So we get good seats.
Yep.
Boom.
Back in
Back in
the
there.
movie.
So, yeah, it's going to be great because I can just enjoy the experience for the first time and not have to, just let it hit me. Then
The second
time,
one, I'm analyzing.
I'm in it. You know?
Yeah, let's see what's going on here.
Right, I'm like, okay, what happened on that part that I kind of missed?
Yeah.
I blinked and missed something.
Why didn't I interpret? Now let me interpret this way. I think that needs to be interpreted. Yeah.
Knowing I'm going to be watching
I gotta keep my mouth shut.
Almost
I'm
6
bad at
hours
that.
of movie, I am not going to be able to drink anything.
Oh, no.
Or I'll be
anything.
getting up to go to the bathroom way too much. Yeah.
If I have to go to the bathroom, it's going to be during the second viewing.
Yeah. Where I've already seen it, and I was like, okay.
I know it's slow right here. Okay.
I'm pretty good at holding it, so I'm like, all right, let's just do this.
Yeah, I'll just wait till you get older.
The years of schooling has
that's
kind of taught me.
That's called youth, buddy.
True.
It's youth.
Believe me, as you get older, you got to go more often.
When you're squirming around in there.
So.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And it's so awesome because people at work know I love Star Wars, so
Well, I wear a Star Wars t-shirt
then
to work every day.
everybody's talking to me like, got your tickets? Of course I got my tickets. You got your tickets. That's what I'm asking them. But it's nice to hear people who I didn't know that they knew I liked Star Wars that much ask me if I have my tickets and tell me that they have their tickets. That's cool. Because, this movie is
huge.
The hype on this movie is just enormous.
Yeah.
And people I didn't know were going to go see it opening weekend are going to go see it.
There's people that I was surprised. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go see it. And I'm like, really? Yeah, right. My kid, these are one of these guys was an older gentleman. His kids are grown. They're in their 20s,
but they're
in
huge.
30s. But his daughter, he said his daughter's a huge fan. He's like, you go into her room and you're surrounded by Star Wars stuff, and but she's in her she's in her 30s, and he's like, I'm gonna go with her because she wants me to go. So I think I don't go to movies, but I'm gonna go see this because she wants to go see it.
I saw a kid about 4 years old today, had his little Star Wars The Last Jedi beanie on. I'm like, yes. So that's all.
Yeah, and everybody at my work knows.
Way to go, parent. You were doing it right.
Everybody at my work knows I'm a Star Wars fan because I wear a Star Wars t-shirt to work probably 90% of the time.
Yeah.
And my Star Wars hat, and I've got my friggin' Star Wars friggin' keychains on my keys that's sitting on my desk, and I have my wallet that's a friggin' Star Wars wallet, so everybody knows huge Star Wars.
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
So I get questions all the time. Yeah,
which is
you guys
Star
tickets?
Wars
Of course, I got my tickets. You excited to see it? No, I'm not excited to see it. Of course I am. I can't wait to go. I'm like, you got your tickets?
Like, I'm not excited.
Everybody's like, yeah,
I'm ecstatic.
I just bought like the guys that clean our facility where I work. They're like, you got your tickets? I'm like, of course I do. You guys go? You going? He's like, oh yeah, I bought tickets for the whole crew. So he's taking his whole crew to freaking go on the 21st. So,
it's awesome. This movie's gonna crush 200 million.
Oh yeah.
Like it's gonna hit 225. It won't get to 230 or whatever the
242
Force
or
Awakens got to. I don't think, but it's gonna crush 200. I think.
You don't think? Because you'd think that more people would go see the sequel because they've maybe didn't see it in
opening week, maybe not, but man, this might make more overall because man, everybody I've talked to that comes up and asks me, I'm like, you excited about it? Yeah, and I don't even think they're Star Wars fans at all. Oh, I'm going. I haven't got my tickets, but I'm going. After the hype dies down a little bit.
It's really going to depend on what's coming out after that's going to compete and sort of draw people away. And really,
and how many times I go see it?
Right. Well,
how many hundreds of dollars I spend?
You might make them.
Yeah, as far as repeat viewings, there's only a few movies I repeat view. This is
Star Wars is one of the only ones I do.
I mean, I will see this more than 3 times.
Probably, yeah. Star Wars and Marvel are probably
depends on the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I did go see Doctor Strange twice.
Yeah.
But I'll go see this one at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh yeah.
I'll see this a half dozen times in the theater.
Because Jordan wants to go to the IMAX, and I'm all up for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm like, bring me, take me.
So that's 3 right. That's 3 right there, guaranteed. Nice.
All right. So we're just getting loosened up, getting ready.
Oh man,
2 days away, baby.
Yeah. Now, sadly, you get all your people asking you, and I haven't had that many people ask me if I've got my tickets, and I wear a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff, and so not many people. I guess maybe it's the people I hang out with. I mean, I know I do hang out with a lot of nerds, but they're not as nerdy as me. That talks about it all the time. And, brings it up in every single conversation that I'm in.
I usually don't talk to people at work, at least coworkers, unless it's about Star Wars. So I just try to avoid talking to people at work that I work with. I talk to customers all the time because I work retail. But, as far as the people I work with, I don't usually converse with them unless it's about Star Wars.
Yeah.
I have to talk to people I work with all the time.
And most people are asking me, what order should I watch Star Wars in? I'm like, it depends. If you've seen them, watch them from one... watch them chronologically.
Yeah, chronologically.
If you haven't seen them, start with 4.
Yes. Yep. Start with 4.
And watch them the way they were released.
Which is amazing, because I do know at least one guy I work with who's never seen Star Wars before. I'm like...
If you've never seen it,
where's
watch
my
it the way
baseball
they
bat
were.
so I can just beat some sense into you.
Watch them the way they were released. If you've never seen it, if you have seen them, watch them chronologically.
Yep. That's
totally
the
agree.
best way to do it.
Yep.
And I mean, we marathoned these movies
I'm gonna
throughout the year.
Well, I'm definitely watching Force Awakens either tonight or tomorrow night before I go.
Well, I'm gonna watch Return of the Jedi or Empire. I've just watched A New Hope 2 days ago. I'm gonna watch Empire, Return, and Force Awakens before I go.
Yeah, I mean this is such a big event that
Yeah, if I did that, I have to start today.
I had to change my schedule stuff in order to swap out with other people so that way I can come and see this movie opening night.
Well, I was taking vacation time, but then they switched me over to different days, so now I don't have to take any vacation time. Which is nice.
Yeah.
I was going to take a whole day off.
Yeah, I took the 2 days off in a row, the Thursday and the Friday. So
it's done deal.
Right. I put in for those 2 days is way back in May, probably.
As soon as basically the release date
the
was,
actual
I was like,
dates were released,
I put my name on our calendar at work.
Yep.
Now this movie has been getting stellar reviews.
Yeah, I tried to stay away from them, but
Well,
I have
now-
seen
now-
a couple reviews. I didn't read the reviews.
Yeah,
I just read the highlights where it's like Star Wars Last Jedi gets fantastic reviews, and that's all I read or whatever.
This
It's like,
and
okay, that's all you
I
know.
saw one that was like it could be possible that Last Jedi is like one of the best up there.
I mean,
You
yeah,
know.
I haven't read or I've been trying to avoid even that kind of stuff, even like fan reactions after they came out of the premiere. Like, I didn't want to see Instagram. This is my Instagram emoji of how I felt about the movie.
yeah.
And they make a silly face. Like,
Yeah.
I've tried to avoid even that stuff. So I can just make up my own mind. I want to go in like with my own anticipation, not somebody else's.
Well, and like we said, this has to be a very good movie because Ryan Johnson is getting his own trilogy.
Right. I mean, Disney has to have so much confidence in
Now-
this film, in this movie.
Do you think we'll be crying?
Oh, yes. Bring
The tissues.
the tissues. 'Cause
What's it called?
That Kleenex.
Yeah. One thing I saw was that I saw a little reaction thing too. It kind of ticked me off a little bit. Was like when they talk about J.J. Abrams, and then like somebody just comes up like, when are they gonna put a female director? And I'm just like, name me one that would be able to do it. I
think
there's probably some out there, but I just don't know them.
Yeah.
I would like to see maybe Patty Jenkins, who did Wonder Woman.
Oh well, yeah.
Okay, that could work.
Yeah, she could definitely do it.
Oh
then.
yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
But I just don't
director.
understand
That's a
why.
great movie.
I don't understand why it has to be a woman. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
It can be whoever's the best person for the job.
Job.
Right.
Get that person.
Yes.
And whoever is the best person to do that story,
Get that person.
get that person. I mean, I love seeing like people like Patty Jenkins and stuff like succeed and do well.
Yeah.
And get their movies.
Yeah, me too.
But it's
But don't make it. That's the whole reason
Reason.
of hiring that person is because
Right.
of their gender. That doesn't make sense. To
do it
me.
because
No,
they were
yeah.
the most qualified.
person.
Yes.
That's how I've always felt about anything.
Anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
If that person's more, this lady over here is more qualified than I am to do this job, hire her.
Right.
Yeah. It's all about.
You'd be stupid not to.
Yeah. It's
If you
all
think-
about the talent.
Right. If you've
skill.
watched her movies and you've seen what she does and you think that fits the story that you want to tell, hire that person.
Now, do you think Ryan Johnson is going? I don't think he's going to direct the whole trilogy.
I don't think so either.
I think he's going to write the
them.
entire
Trilogy.
trilogy. I think he's going to
He's
direct the first one. And then
So
Pat-
somebody might, there's opportunity there
Right.
for somebody.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like what was her name, Patty
Patty
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
to jump in there and do a Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Or Ava DuVernay, and I'm not sure what. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen any of her movies, but I know that J.J. Abrams brought her in to help him out with a few scenes on Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
she's already been sort of introduced
Introduced,
to
maybe,
the
yeah,
whole
maybe-
process.
Maybe that's somebody.
And
they
she
could
does
get to
have
do.
some movies out there, and I'm not sure what they are or that I've seen them. I'm not a huge director person.
Me
like-
neither. I don't even. A lot of times I don't even know who
Like-
the directors are.
Right.
I
Yeah,
just
me
know.
neither,
I
yeah.
just know that freaking Michael Bay sucks because he ruined all my childhood freaking memories.
Right. I mean, I'm not like, I don't go see a movie because this director directed it. Not even like Steven Spielberg.
Nope.
He directed Ready Player One. If I don't like the trailers and all the lead up to Ready Player One, I'm not going to go see it.
No.
I'm not going to waste my time just
No.
because he directed it.
Nope.
The movie's got to catch me, not the person
Yeah,
directing
there's a lot of Ron Howard movies I've never seen, but I know he's a
But
good.
there's a lot of movies-
Really, I have seen that
Right.
he's because
Like
he's a good
Apollo
director.
13.
Yeah, because he's a good director.
Right.
So
But I don't go to
But there
movies
was-
just
just
because of the
Of the
director.
director,
directed
yeah.
it.
No.
That's not me.
I'm sure JJ.
I go.
I like JJ Abrams.
maybe
but
because of an actor.
Right.
But mostly
the
mostly
story.
it's the story.
Yes. Mostly it's the movie itself.
Yeah, that captures me in the
Right.
trailer,
Makes me
and
want
I'm
to
like,
see it.
okay.
I don't know.
I
There's a
wanna
lot.
go
There's
see
a lot
this.
of movies. Like I'm not a big musical fan, so there's like that new Hugh Jackman movie. I'm a Hugh Jackman fan. I love Hugh Jackman, but I'm not gonna go see that movie.
I'll go
he's
see
in
it because I like some musicals.
He likes musicals.
I like some
It
musicals.
just looks like a fun movie. I mean,
Yeah.
The greatest
The Greatest
showman.
Show.
Greatest Showman.
The Greatest
Yeah.
Showman or whatever. Yeah.
it looks like a fun movie. I might go see it.
Yeah.
See, I won't go. I probably won't go see it because it's not
See,
my.
now-
It's not my genre.
Right.
Does that new
I might
movie,
see it when it comes out, like on TV or whatever, and it's on. Let's flick it on and watch it.
Is that new movie with Matt Damon? Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Matt Damon. But there's a new movie called, I think, Downsizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks weird.
It looks
hilarious.
funny, and it's actually something original that I haven't seen yet. Like, it's not based off of anything. It's not based off of a book. It's not based off of a freaking comic book.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
based off of a back of a cereal box. It's completely original, and it's something that I would like to see. It kind of reminds me of Gulliver's Travels.
Now we are way off topic as
Yes,
far as Star Wars
Star Wars.
goes. But last thing, what do you think about the news of? Oh, I'm just blanking on him. He's doing a Star Trek movie with J.J. Abrams. He's a director that does Pulp Fiction.
Tarantino?
Yes, Quentin Tarantino and J.J. Abrams are going to do a Star Trek movie. J.J. Abrams producing, Tarantino directing.
Ooh.
No,
Man,
okay.
that's gonna be weird.
Rated R.
Okay.
That's gonna be weird.
Okay, so are they gonna go with the
Because
original?
Tarantino is definitely not a friggin'
But he wants to do. I mean, I think that's already like work. It's already in the works.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't see Tarantino directing a sci-fi
sci-fi.
movie.
Right?
Now-
It's
He
like-
is more of a gritty,
is
just like street type movie.
is it gonna follow Captain Kirk, or is it gonna be a completely new
I bet it's a completely
crew?
new Star Trek story that he wants to do. And I mean, Tarantino's got that kind of pull in Hollywood that he'll work with Abrams and then
No.
he'll do the movie he wants to do.
Full disclaimer. While we do love Star Wars, we like some Star Trek. Okay.
We like all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. No Trek. It's not
Trekkies
like DC.
are. Yeah.
And I'm not no DC. No, I'm Marvel. No DC. I like both.
Yeah.
It's just Marvel does a lot better with their movies.
So far, proof is in the pudding. Just look at the money they've made.
Well, and just the quality of the movies too.
I mean,
Way
but I
better.
love
And the
Wonder
reviews
Woman.
and-
Yeah, Wonder Woman was great.
Oh
It's
yeah.
up in there. It's in the top. Up in the top of the superhero movies.
Movies, yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Said to be the only good DC movie that they
Thus far, I mean, not a current DC.
Yeah. But for the Quentin Tarantino thing, I would love to see a more adult Star Trek movie. I think it has very good
I
potential.
think it'd be pretty
And-
interesting.
I mean,
I'd
take on
definitely,
it.
I'd definitely probably go see it just to see how different it is because it's going to be totally different than any other Star Trek movie you've ever seen.
Right, you kind
Tarantino-
of have to be a Tarantino fan.
Is a pretty good director.
I'm not a huge Tarantino fan, but I like some of the stuff he did. Is it Desperado? With
Did he do that one with?
didn't he direct? He was in it. He's usually in his own movies.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he directed that because he gets killed there at the bar.
Yeah.
In the, or in the
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah.
I like
One of the two.
Desperado.
That's a good movie.
Pulp Fiction.
He's all right.
It's an alright movie.
And then you
It
have.
didn't grab me like
was-
it did everybody else.
Did he do Kill Bill?
I think he did do Kill Bill. I could be wrong. No,
No?
he didn't. Not
Kill
on
Bill and Kill Bill Volume 2.
I do know he did Django.
Yes.
He did do
Django
Django
Unchained.
Unchained.
And he
I've
did
never
the
seen
Hateful
that.
Eight.
Did he do The Great Gatsby? Was that no? Who was that? I forget.
Well, anyway, should we kill this episode off here?
Yeah, I mean we filled in our time that we needed to do. We always try to kind of shoot for 50
Between
minutes.
45 minutes and an hour.
Yeah.
We're there.
So
We can wrap it up.
I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Brad 2 Chatter. This episode was a little bit different because we don't have that many topics because we're just getting ready for the movie to finally drop.
And our video lasted like 10 minutes.
Yeah, so I hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed
yeah.
that part. And if you
gotta-
stayed through this part, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Even though you can't see them.
Yeah, I'm going to have to buy a new camera because that thing's pissing me off.
Just buy a simple one. We don't need HD.
Whatever, man. I'm going to get a friggin' more expensive one. Nice.
Oh yeah, just get the big, huge movie.
Yeah, I'm
camera.
gonna get like a
Get a nicer
$2,000
one.
friggin' movie camera. It looks like professional.
Yeah.
Screw it. Might as well.
Get that. Get
Yeah,
the
if we're
wide
gonna
angle
continue to
lens
do
If we're going
this.
to continue to do this, I'm going to get us something that's really nice.
Invest
with
in
that
it.
4K
I'm gonna
vision. Okay. But-
Let's kill this episode down.
okay. So, but anyway, we hope that you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Jay, where can people find you?
Jay Wilson by design.
Yes.
Jay
on
was about to
Instagram.
design on
And JBird51 on Twitter.
I never realized it before, but you like give away our last names by having your Instagram.
And then there's Major Glitterix over there.
Yeah, Major Glitterix on YouTube. You can find mine down on the description below.
It's a gaming channel.
Gaming channel, and I try to be funny. So, and that's basically it.
I don't know about funny. You're definitely loud.
I am very loud. But hope that you guys enjoyed. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. And go follow our Facebook page.
Yep, Red 2 Chatter, Facebook.
Again, a little bit dry, but that's okay. So, bye!
Till next time.